In this tutorial, I simply just want to show you how I placed my lace on my corset using needle and thread. It should be very difficult to tell if this was done with hand needle or your sewing machine. Hi guys, my name is Naya John. I teach ladies how to make beautiful dresses. Now after placing my lace, you can see it is so neat to the point that even the wrong side of my dress looks very clean. Now I will be showing you the hack. So firstly, you want to cut out the lace you'll be using for coverage. After cutting out the lace, now after placing your lace on the area where you want to cover, right, you're going to still trim down. Make sure that the allowance you have is just ½ inch at every corner. Okay, at the top you need ½ inch allowance, at the side you need ½ inch allowance, and the bottom as well, like you can see on the screen. Okay, now if you take a close look, you see that I have already trimmed all my excesses, just ½ inch left for stitching. Right now, this stage 2 is actually optional. You can decide to do this or you can decide to skip. Now why I am using this pattern is because I do not want to use pins. I don't want to forget any pin on this dress. Now if you don't like or you don't know how to use the hemming gum, or you don't just want to use the hemming gum, you can go ahead and use your pins to secure the lace on your bodies. Okay, now this is me just laying the hemming gum. I just want to laminate the lace on the top. So once I place it like this, I'll get a very hot steam iron. If you don't have a steam iron, make sure you use water first, then before placing your iron. And make sure you do not place your electric iron directly on your lace. You know the lace is basically net, so it is very light. So I advise that after placing your hemming gum, place your lace, get a very light piece of fabric, place it on top of the lace before you now place your electric iron. Let me show you. Yeah, so this is it. I just overlaid an extra fabric before using the hot iron. Honestly, don't place your hot iron on your lace directly. Okay, good. Now you're going to leave this iron at a spot for a while before moving it. That's how to iron your hemming gum very seamlessly. So you leave it at a particular area so that the heat soaks in very well and melts the hemming gum. You can see me as I was ironing, I kept checking if the hemming gum has melted. Here it wasn't melted at all, so I had to add more water and then use the iron. That's why my clothes is looking wet. So at this point, my hemming gum had started melting. In fact, it has melted almost perfectly. So this is what we have, guys. Now this is it. You want to get your needle and thread. Now let me give you a very easy one. Use a tiny needle, like a size 9. Okay, if you use your curved needle, it may work, but on those areas where there are tiny beads, it may stress you. So I advise you just use a tiny needle, like a size 9 needle for beading, right? Then use it and tack the lace on your top. Now here lies the magic. You're going to stitch in such a way that you are only lifting the lace and the first layer of your top. You know that your top has the main fashion fabric and then the interface, which is the lining, right? So when you're tacking the lace, only pass the needle through the first layer of the top. Don't also pass the needle through the lining, okay? Because you want this to look as neat as possible. So all you need to do is to fold in your ½ inch, the ½ inch allowance you left for sewing, and then start tacking. Make sure the thread is not showing from the inside of your top. If you flip your top to the other side, make sure we can't see a trace of any thread. Okay, I hope this makes sense. So I'm going to keep stitching my folded lace on the first layer of my top. Now don't forget, as you're stitching, as you're hand tacking, make sure you are stretching the fabric. Like, make sure you in a batia, let it be very stretched and relaxed. You can see that, right? So that there will be no ruffle or gathering at any area. Do you understand? Now please don't be in a hurry to scroll, because I'm here to show you another trick. Now once you're done, and maybe you're not done but your thread has exhausted, after tying or knotting it, get your lighter and just burn that sharp edge the thread will have. Now once you've done that, you can now go ahead and continue your hand tacking. Now I'm left with the bottom part, and I'll fold it in just like this again, and I'm going to repeat the same process. And you guys, this is exactly how a neatly hand tacked top should look like. If you flip this to the inner part of your top, there is no single thread mark. So neat, so seamless. Let me know in the comment section if this tutorial was helpful, and don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel to grow, and it pushes the video to new tailors like you. All right guys, bye.